Tell us about Elemental, the newest movie from Disney Pixar.
Yes. Listen, let me just say, I gave this one a mild recommendation, but it's not for everybody. Basically, Elemental City, it's a city in which all the elements, wind, earth, water, came together, formed a coexisting relationship, a community, and now they have let the fire people in. And the problem with the fire people is they burn people. you can die because of them if you touch them. They cause havoc and destruction because they're fire people. That's the thing about fire. So they're relegated to kind of Fire Town. The story focuses on a girl named Ember who helps her run her father's business. An inspector comes along, Wade, sees that the building's not up to code, threatens to shut them down. She chases after him, and the movie, for all intent and purpose, is a love story between Wade and Ember, and that's essentially what this movie is. I would liken it to West Side Story, but without the violence and the effeminate dancing. And so a tepid recommendation. Why? Because it's actually a halfway decent love story. Let me ask you this question: when was the last time Disney put out anything? Put out a story that was just a boy falling in love with a girl. There's even kissing in this movie. This is, to me, maybe the reason to watch this movie is because it's just a love story between a boy and a girl from different cultures. The other aspect of it is the fire people. They're immigrants, and this is an immigrant story of. And I'll be honest, very reminiscent of my grandparents when they came here. The idea that they left their homeland, came to America to start a new life, to take advantage of the American dream, and that's what the story is. So let's get the chatter out of the way, the racist, the woke chatter out of the way. If this movie came out 10 years ago, 20 years ago, no one would be saying this is a woke movie. It's as woke as West Side Story. But it's a love story. And I'll be honest, there's not a great appeal for love. I can't imagine children wanting to see this story because it's about a boy falling in love with a girl and a girl falling in love with a boy. I don't think children are exactly the target audience for this. And, for grown adults like me, I don't know that it's our story either. I mean, I appreciate it for what it was. It's a love story, and so I would not call this a woke movie at all. It's not, there's no messages about white people. It's just immigrants, trying to fit into a new culture. But at the same time, I'll say this about the animation. Animation looks great, but there's some magic missing in it. The whole opening scene where it talks about Element City, and we're kind of take this tour of Element City, and there's these little gags. The gags are just very lame dad jokes. And we've talked about it before, but I think the magic left Pixar when John Lasseter left. And what should have been a magical opening for this movie, it was just not there. And so I just really felt, underwhelmed by the introduction of City. And if it wasn't for the love story and an okay told love story, okay, it's okay. It's,
what do you rate it? What do you out of 10?
I give it 6.5. I give it 6.5.
Whoa. So if Alan gave it a 6.5, that means I would give it a 4.
Probably. My daughter hated it.
Wait a sec. Is your daughter available to review movies here on our channel?
The issue is willing and able. She's able, but is she willing?
Yeah. Well, look,
my other daughter maybe, but
yeah. Where is your other daughter here? She's I don't know. She came to court the other day.
Hi, Dad, I miss you.
Maybe your other daughter. That's crazy. Yeah. But nothing about the and first of all, I used to love Pixar movies. Mm-hmm. And now I'm skeptical because I feel like the cat's out of the bag. which is every Pixar movie. Toys have feelings. Cars have feelings. The monsters that bump in the night have feelings. Everything is about like anthropomorphizing something.
Yeah, well, look at Zootopia, look at Soul. It's it's just this running theme that they have.
Well, it's Zootopia. I don't think Zootopia is Pixar.
It's not. It's Disney, but
it's Disney.
That's their original contact. There's again, there's no villain in this one. If there's anyone who you would consider, the old school, I'm not going to say the word racist, even though I just did, but it's the father who doesn't want her daughter dating a water guy.
So it's when you say West Side Story, like the original directed by Robert Wise from the 60s is great.
Yeah.
That is a classic to me. That opening scene, there's an overture. Like I have that on Blu-ray. I also have the digital copy. I love the original West Side Story, which is a Romeo and Juliet story. So this is in a way kind of like, it's so funny because as these things sort of echo, they get further from the original source material, which was a Shakespeare play, right? Like, so it's that, and then it's West Side Story, and then to this. So,
yeah, and I think it was Stephen Sondheim's first big musical too. So,
right,
yeah, which you don't know. You don't know who Sondheim is.
I know who Sondheim is. It's just I look at everything about this movie, and I had an opportunity to see it, and I just didn't care.
Yeah, Disney Plus. The Pixar used to release all the Pixar stuff on Disney Plus. This is probably the one that you could legitimately just wait for Disney Plus on.
So you're saying like this is like a 6.5?
Yeah, or a 6.9.
6 point. Does that make you sad? All right.
And Sondheim did do Sweeney Todd.
I'll just say this: based on your review, I don't want to see this. I don't. Now I feel like I don't have to see this.
I mean, it's a love story. If you like love stories, go on and see this one.